Hey guys, it's LeBurn98 here, and this is obviously Modern Warfare 3. It's one of, if not the biggest game out right now. Uh, Funny enough, I picked it up at what you would call the Superstore, which is in Ottawa. It's kind of like a grocery, whatever type of store, but they do have an electronics section. And yes, I didn't really actually pre-order this because usually I go ahead and games I know for a fact I'm going to buy, I do pre-order at some point. For whatever reason, I decided not to, and it was more of a convenience factor than anything else. Instead of getting it, at a GameStop or even like the Walmart because it's kind of out of my way. I decided to get here. They had the game. Why not? Same price as everywhere else. Anyway. Like I said, this is probably one of the biggest games out right now, as usually the case with Call of Duty. It's definitely a popular series, although it has its fair share of haters as well. I like the series. I don't put it on a very high pedestal either. I mean, it definitely has some flaws, but one thing I do love about the games is that it's very good for the quick get in, get out type of experience. So, for instance, like I can play a couple of matches and go to work, and come back, play another few matches, and so on. Where, while I do love like a game like Battlefield 3, for instance, it really doesn't allow you to have that type of experience because you're very much invested in a match. Once you start the match, you're pretty much invested in that match, and you don't really want to quit. Because one thing with Battlefield 3. Especially with the conquest mode, is that it's really very unpredictable as what's going to happen in that game, in the sense that your team can start off really crappy, but then you guys can pull it through in the end. Where in Call of Duty, I mean, you can usually tell if your team's going to get raped right off the bat, right? So again, Call of Duty kind of like lends itself better to more of the quick take a quick match here and there, and that's usually why I like Call of Duty, and why, while I don't think it's better necessarily than games like Battlefield 3 or even Uncharted 3, it's why I play it. It's because it lends itself better to that type of experience. Now, what do I really think of the game, though? To be honest with you, I can't really give you a huge analysis of it. I can't give you. It's basically my first impressions. I've only put about an hour and a half into the game. I played this map twice. I played a few other ones. Sorry, I can't really remember the names because again, it's all new to me as well. But one thing you will notice right off the bat is it definitely looks like Modern Warfare 2, and to be honest, that's not really a bad thing. I find Modern Warfare 2, at least for me, I mean, that wasn't the criticism when it comes to Modern Warfare 2. I think the criticism is pretty much across the board for most people, and it was just basically a lot that was kind of broken with it. The commando knifing, and some people would say quick scoping, and all this stuff. Now, quick scoping is in this game, and from the looks of it, it is very similar, if not the same, as Modern Warfare 2. I personally don't have a problem with quick scopers. I mean, if you want to go ahead and do that and make yourself an easy target, then by all means. Because in my experience, most of the people who try to quick scope were not very good at it, and so they usually are easy pickings, for the run and gunner. Or to be honest, I'm not, as you can tell, like in my previous videos for Call of Duty, regardless if it's Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, I'm not a straight up run and gunner, and again, you can tell it in this gameplay as well. I tend to play more of a hybrid type of game, where I'll go on these like run and gun rampages, but then I'll also settle myself down and survey the area and so on, to see what the flow is going like, and seeing where where my teammates are. And one thing you always notice is that what's funny about it, especially when it comes to the PCs, I often get called a hacker, and the biggest reason why that is, I think, is because first of all, especially in a game like Black Ops, map knowledge is usually key in those type of games. But I always I'm very, at least I think I'm very good at predicting what people are going to do. And again, it really helps when you know the map. Of course, I don't at the moment because I just got this game, but map knowledge is key when it comes to that. But also, I always pay attention to my radar. Now, I don't like stare at it non-stop. You don't want to do that because you're going to get yourself killed. You basically want to glance at it a few times, and especially when you don't really hear what's going on. And it's always good when there's a UAV to take a quick glance when someone enables their UAV. So basically stuff like that, and I think that's really why I get called a hacker, especially on the PC, because I use tools like that to my advantage. I don't know why people, why they don't think of using stuff like that. I mean, the tools are given to you, use them, and it's really kind of common sense, you know. But for whatever reason, people can't seem to grasp that. But anyway, now as far as the gameplay is concerned, it's basically Modern Warfare 2. So if you like that type of experience and the way it handles, you know, the more fluidity of it compared to, say, Treyarch's Call of Duty, like Black Ops, for instance, then you're going to love this game. Again, you know, as you can tell here, like, you know, the graphics are, it almost seems like it's straight out of Modern Warfare 2. And again, that's not really a big problem for me. I knew going into this that it was going to be very similar to Modern Warfare 2. All I really wanted out of this was basically for them to fix a lot of the problems that I had with Modern Warfare 2. And again, while it is hard to really judge a game based on the first hour and a half of gameplay, I haven't really noticed anything too annoying, which is great. But again, when I first played Modern Warfare 2, everything was all rosy. It's so awesome, and you know, it's a new Call of Duty, and that's kind of get into the hype of everything. It starts, especially when it comes to like the glitches and the overpowered weapons, and you know, the one-man army noob tubes that were in that game, which I'm glad is not in this one. When those things start to surface, that's when you really notice the flaws in a game. So in a month's time, I'll have to let you know what I think about the game then. But overall, as a first impression, I am impressed. I think they kept what made Modern Warfare 2 fun. And again, you know, that's stuff like quick scoping, and of course, you know, there's gonna be people that are gonna hate quick scoping, or they hate quick scoping or whatever. I'm not one of those. And by the way, here's like a failed quick scope because I don't quick scope at all. You know, I had no problem with quick scopers. If you're a good quick scoper, that is. I mean, that's what's funny about it, is that in most cases you should encourage quick scoping, because then you're gonna have all these guys who think they're elite quick scopers and stuff, and they're basically easy pickings. So I mean, I encourage that because it usually makes my job a little easier when it comes to you know, killing all those wannabe quick scopers. So I don't have a problem with that at all. So again, as a whole, for my first hour and a half into the game, I like it. I haven't played the campaign yet. I hear it's actually very good, although incredibly short. But apparently it really closes the trilogy up nicely, so there won't be any of these cliffhangers, from what I understand anyway. So looking forward to that. That will be on the weekend. I'll be playing that when I have more. I have a good chunk of time to really invest on that. Gonna play some more online tonight, and hopefully I get some good gameplay footage, so I can definitely show you guys and do some more commentaries from Modern Warfare 2, which I will be doing. I am also gonna be bringing Uncharted 3, like I said, my first match for that one, and as usual, NHL. So until next time, this is LeBurn98 saying off. See you guys.